I think you're going to see lots of plans, and you're going to see also, and you have to understand, when you're coming up with a plan in business, you have to be flexible. There's got to be flexibility. And I recently bought something, not so recently, but Doral in Miami. Everybody wanted it. If I would have sat down and said, here's a 12-point plan in order to get Doral, I didn't do that. I went in and punched and beat the hell out of people, and I ended up getting it. Everybody wanted it. All of the smart money wanted it. The OPO, the old post office on Pennsylvania Avenue, everybody wanted it. I got it. In the Obama administration, I got it, which is pretty shocking. And I got it because I know how to get things. I know how to get things done. You can't sit down and say, well, I'm going to come up with a 19-point plan to get the old post office and create it into a great hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue. The most sought-after property, I think, in the history of the General Services Administration. Trump got it. I'm not an Obama person. You probably heard that.
Now you're just asking people to trust you. You say, send me.
Well, I think there has to be a trust. There actually does have to be a trust. If you don't trust, you're not going to do very well. Jeb Bush will not be able to negotiate against China. Jeb Bush will not be able to negotiate against Mexico. Jeb Bush with Mexico said people come in, it's an act of love, okay? It's not an act of love. We need a wall. We need a wall. You see what's happening with illegal immigration. And in all fairness, if it weren't for me, they wouldn't even be talking about illegal immigration. And I took a lot of heat that first week, and then people realized I was right, and they apologized to me. We're going to be announcing over the next 2 weeks numbers and specifics, knowing that what I just said is right. You really have to be flexible on jobs and everything else. But we'll be, and I'm going to be speaking about it later, we're going to be taking jobs outside. We're going to be taking them away from China, away from all of these countries that are stealing from us. I mean, they're stealing our base, our money, our manufacturing. We're going to be bringing them back into the United States. And I'm going to be talking about this. Ford, as an example, is building a $2.5 billion automobile plant in Mexico. How does that help us? Except they'll be closing plants in Michigan and lots of other places. So we're going to be talking about, we're going to be bringing back jobs to the United States. 10 years ago, everybody wanted the wall. The Democrats, the Republicans, they couldn't get it. You know one of the reasons they couldn't get it? Environmental impact statements. Did you know that? There were toads. It's the most incredible thing. We're going to get the wall built, and it's going to be built right. And Mexico's going to pay for the wall. Mexico is making a fortune off the United States. Mexico is going to pay for the wall. And they're going to be happy about it. You know what? They're going to be happy about it. Because the cost of the wall is peanuts compared to the kind of money they're making. Mexico is becoming the new China. I have a great love for Mexico. I have love for the Mexican people. I have thousands of Mexico people over the years. Mexicans have worked for me, and they are now thousands. They're fantastic people, great spirit. But their politicians and their leaders are much smarter and sharper and more cunning. And I say the word cunning. They're more cunning than our leaders.